Okay, everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to use Google Classroom, right? Okay. This is just a basic tutorial, okay, of how to use Google Classroom. And again, everybody, what you need to know how to use this at first is that you have to know yourself whether I mean you have to know the purpose of using Google Classroom, whether you are using it to study or you are using it to teach, right? Okay, so let's say you use Google Classroom to study. So the very first thing you need to do is to go to this tab, right? Okay, so first, I think you know already, you have to click, you have to type Google Classroom or Classroom Google on the website, or you can just do like this. Okay, right, I think you can do this already. I'm just gonna go straight. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight to the tab instead, right? Okay, assuming that you have understood how to access, okay, Google Classroom. So now the first thing you need to do is to join class. So for you as a student, if your teacher has already created a class for you, what you need to do is just to click join class, okay, and then type the code that your teacher gives you, right? So you have to ask the teacher, okay? For example, the code is like something like this, okay? It's like a few letters, okay, just like that. But after you click the right code, then you click join. But this is just an example, okay? This is just an example, so this is not correct. When you join class, you will see something like this. I'm just gonna give you an example, another one, right? When you join class already, you will see something like this. It will appear like this, okay? And then you will see what your teacher posts, right? Okay, right, just like that. You can see what your teachers post. So your teachers can also post, homework, assignments, tasks for you to do, or even materials for you to read, to learn from home, right? Okay, right. So that's how you join, okay? After you type the right code given by your teacher, then you will be able to join his or her class, all right? Okay, so let's get back. Now pretend that you are a teacher. You need to create a Google Classroom account or just create a class, right? To teach your student asynchronously, right? Asynchronous is just like for example, like okay, as teachers you may record your video and then you just make a post on Google Classroom, and then your students can watch at any times of their convenience, right? When they're free they can watch, right? So that's how you teach them asynchronously, right? It's just like yeah, you teach them from the distance. You just leave the video for them, and then they can watch whenever they want or whenever they have time to watch, right? Okay, let's go and go to the other one, right? Create a class. The first tab is join the class, you know already. Second tab is create a class. For creating a class, it's pretty simple, right? What you need to do at first is to give a name for your class. What is your class name? Let's just say your class name rocks. Okay, Rockstar, for example. Okay, your class name Rockstar. Just an example. Okay, right. Section. Let's say you may just talk about like how many classes with that particular name. You can say Rockstar 1. You can say, or you can just say all 1, right? All 1. Or you don't have to use the parentheses, right? Just say all 1. Or we have all 2 or 3, for example. Okay, and the subject of your class, for example, your subject is environmental study. Pretty simple. Environmental study. That's the name of your class. Oh, that's the subject, right? The subject. And then your room number. That's pretty simple. Or let's say or 450. Let's say, right? Or 450 is your room number. Then you create a class. You click create, and then you will see something like this. Okay, I will click create. Another one. Okay, and then you will see that. Okay, it's going to come, right? Okay, now as you can see, we have a class, right? You're now a teacher. Okay, you're now a teacher. You can upload it yourself here. You can upload background photos just like you want, right? Okay, select from computer. You can also select theme, right? Okay, But let's just move on to the important things in how to use Google Classroom here, right? So this is just a pretty simple announcement for you as a teacher. What you need to do, just let's say, okay, dear everyone, okay, today we are going to start our class at 7 o'clock of AM, for example. Okay, you just inform and then you click a post, and then it will comes like that, right? Okay, it will come like that, right? Then you make a post. You tell your students, right? Your student will see, okay. And you can also post materials and even assignment on your task right here. You can see it yourself, see for yourself. Assignment, quiz assignment, questions, material, right? You have material for your student to read, then you can click here, right? And then you just write a title. Let's say the material about history of France. Oh, let's just make it similar to the topic. Let's say global warming, which is similar to the topic, right? And then you can say, dear all, please read the book. Just an example, okay? And then you add a file from your computer. This is pretty simple, right? You browse and you can add any file that you want your student to read. Let's just say I add this one, just an example, all right? Okay. And then you click post. But don't forget, create a topic for your post. Let's say a topic about GM, global studies. Or you can just say, yeah, just like that. The topic global studies, just like you want, okay, or environmental studies or global studies, you name it, right? Okay, you finish that, and then you click post. Then you have one material. You also do the same thing as well for the other stuff, like posting assignments, right? Just like this one, okay. But for the assignment, we have due dates here. What you want the student to submit your work, when you want the student to submit your work, okay. And this is the topic, you just name it, right? Okay, and that should be it. This is the point, and you can just mark your students like work based on how you see their work, right? Okay, the same thing in the same tab, right? Similar just to how I post the material. Okay, so I think that's it for the tutorial for the teacher's work, right? And not much for this one, because most of the things that you have to do is to post assignments or materials, and also to make a quick announcement, right? To let your students know whether you can start a class today or not, or you're busy, or you have something special, you want them to let them know at first. Yeah, just do it like that, right? Okay. Right, so I hope this helps everyone. I hope this helps. I can say that it's pretty quick for you, but then if you want to create your class and you want to post, yeah, you can just follow this simple tutorial. If you want to study, to study, I think that's pretty simple. You just join class and then you will see every single post that your teacher posts, right? Yeah, everything your post that your teacher makes, right? So then you will see all, and then you just click and you find it, right? Which is easier than when you are a teacher yourself, because you need to post more, you need to inform more, right? Yeah, so it's like teachers have more responsibility than students, right? So if you study, you don't have to do much on Google Classroom, just wait for your teachers to post. And if you teach, you need to do such things that I have like instructed you. Okay. Alright, so I think that should be it for the simple tutorial. So I hope you like this video. Thank you very much. Right. See ya.